Hi, my name is Mary Clever da Silva. Several years ago, I wrote a poem called Letting Go, and some of my friends have been after me to try and share it with as many folks as I can, and this seemed like a good way to try and do that. First, though, I would like to tell you about a really very amazing thing that happened to me right after writing it. I'm one of those Me Too folks. In fact, I was placed in an orphanage as a young girl to protect me from my father. I was abused and molested there and by the foster families that I was left with. Consequently, I woke up at night screaming from nightmares most of my life. Well, after writing Letting Go, I found that I was finally able to forgive. And that's when the miracle happened. The nightmares stopped. Being able to let go and forgive freed me. No more nightmares. The other thing that I really need to say is, I really can't take credit for this poem. Have you ever been in, well, it's what I like to refer to as that state in between conscious thought, where you are not state, but really space. It's a space. And you aren't thinking about anything. And it kind of leaves you wide open to, well, whatever the universe wants to send your way. That's where I was. So I grabbed a pencil and paper, and the whole thing just came out all at once. Okay, here goes. You know what? I know this sounds weird, but I do want to tell you one more thing. When I applied that last period, the little voice in my head said, "This is for Oprah." And that's when I discovered it isn't easy trying to get something to Oprah. So just maybe somebody watching this will know how to do that for me. Okay. Letting go. She carried it around with her forever, it seemed. Sometimes the weight was more than she could bear. She thought if she could push it back and cover it up with new memories, it couldn't get her. So she filled her life with busyness. She filled her life with people. She filled her life with self-help books and self-help this and self-help that. Eventually, she forgot what it was that weighed so heavy on her heart. So heavy that sometimes she felt an overwhelming sense of sadness. But since she'd long forgotten why, she didn't cry. So heavy that sometimes she couldn't lift the blankets on her bed, and she let them swallow her up. Her life went on. She found fulfillment, but not quite. She found joy, but not quite. She found love, but not quite. It was too heavy. She said she was doing just fine, every day and every way, I'm okay. Then one day a fragment of that old, long forgotten, but not quite, memory made its way into now. This time she didn't push it back. This time she didn't hide from it. This time she embraced and nurtured it until all the pieces followed and found each other. And because she remembered what it was that made her feel so sad, it was all right to cry. With that ocean of tears, she washed away the tonnage of years and years. And she accepted this memory that had weighed so much. Yes, I own you, she said. But you don't own me anymore. Thank you for listening.